grab Shadow Spear. Well, none of their stuff has hexproof or indestructible. It's not. It doesn't really do anything. Might add a rune to. This deck does have. I might take Kahira out. You never really actually play the card. It's just there because it's free, but... I don't know. Best of 3 is hard. I should have put more thought into this sideboard before I started. I forgot you can, actually play 15 cards and not just 7. Which is half the reason to play the format. You can grab a whole lot of things. The bauble saved me. That 1 mana bauble, bounce a creature to your opponent's hand or whatever. I pulled that with Karn and it saved me a lot of times, which is hilarious. Let's see, do Rest in Peace. Yeah, the 7 cards is for best of 1. I'm not even big on Cage anymore, but I don't know the format that much. I don't really know it at all, actually. I don't have any relics? What? Isn't it just a common? Weird. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try that. There's a lot of graveyard decks. Let's do that. I don't think a second Rest in Peace is necessary. A main deck one is doable because I have Idyllic Tutor, and I can tutor specifically enchantments, so I can just find my Rest in Peace or my 1 Binding or Intervention game 1. I think that's fine. Maybe the sideboard can have stuff that's just good against things I cannot beat. This deck has not a lot of issues beating graveyard-based decks because you just prevent them from killing you and you just sort of win. Whereas control decks, you should have a sideboard to not just auto-lose to that. Even like a Gaia's whatever. What's going on? Why is it not showing it? Yeah, Gaia's Blessing. Oh, I misspelled it. That's why. Just to put it in the sideboard. If you lose game 1 to Mill and you play this and you win game 2 because they're not expecting this, but then game 3 they have an answer to it, which would suck. I don't know, maybe 2 in the sideboard for now, because if Mill is a thing, I'd like to know. I'd like to not just lose to it automatically. Still really not in a good position to beat anything control based. There's not a lot of... You'd need something with hexproof or uncounterable. Can't. It is hard to beat both. I don't know, like Thought Distortion doesn't... This doesn't help you beat control, because you could Thought Distort your opponent's entire hand turn 1. You could literally do this turn 1, play out your enchantment combo, and your opponent will inevitably top deck a control-based win, and it just wouldn't matter. Carnage Tyrant's kind of the same. Your opponent's going to take out the sweepers and stuff, and then you can maybe get them game 2. But the problem is you're not going to win game 1, and you're not really going to win game 3. So it's not really helping. Also, I'm not actually green. I could splash a 3rd color for an actual win condition. I could make this Esper have some blue hedges against control decks, but for now, I suppose it's a safe bet to just... I want another Necro, whatever. I want another one of this card. I'm going to craft it. I have no more rare wild cards, but this card has been impressed me a lot. Cage, I guess, can stay. I don't know what else to put in the sideboard that much. Probably some kind of creature. You could say Dawn of Hope. Dawn of Hope can just win you games against control decks where they don't counter it and they have no answer to it, and you can just poke your opponent to death and win the game. Let's try that. I want to play this deck, so I want to play. Oh, I just want to play this deck. I'm just not big on control, which is kind of unfortunate. Ratchet Bomb. No, I can't play Ratchet Bomb. I'll blow up my 9 lives, and when 9 lives leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Oh, okay, so this is the matchup I expect our average to be, which is something aggressive. Yeah, coward. So, even Ujin minusing it is so depressing. I have 4 discard spells. I'd rather not shock myself, but... rather not shock myself, but all I did was take a shock out of my opponent's hand. It's kind of funny. Well, we can take 2 for a while, I suppose. Or 4, because we're going to Thoughtseize. Oh, they drew a 3-drop. Oh, that feels so bad. I'm going to aggressively look for my... am I dead next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... No. So I'm going to look for 9 lives here. These do trigger 9 lives twice because the ping is separate, so we could die to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still seems really loud. Maybe it's just my volume. Play that. If I don't play it, I take 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm dead if I don't play it, so. So now we kind of have to top deck. Because I didn't draw an untapped land, I couldn't discard the Embercleave. So we kind of have to immediately draw something that lets me not die to my own 9 lives, like a Wrath of God or Solemnity. Yep. Okay, this just gives an extra ping, but the ping was irrelevant. I can't find Solemnity in time. I don't think there's anything I can tutor for even 2 mana. Oh, there is! Oh, we have a big brain play. So we take Ruined Halo, and then we name Scorch Spitter, right? And now I only take 1 a turn. Scorch Spitter. The ping and the hit don't do anything, and it's just this, which only does 1. Oh, that's nasty. Ooh, look at that. I thought we were totally screwed. That's cool. Alright, so now, let's see if they... It depends what they do this turn, because I'm at 7 pings, or counters on the 9 lives. They have an out. Okay, they didn't do anything. I can... This is probably good, because I can deal with this, with the binding, and they didn't re-equip over here, which would immediately kill me, because it would hit me twice. Alright, they have an instant speed card in their hand, because I just... slipped over. So, this Inquisition won't hit anything, because they're going to cast the card. I'm just going to cast Thoughtseize to take this. My life total doesn't matter anymore. Yep, so shock, doesn't matter. We take this. We binding the Runaway Steamkin, and now they have to find another source of damage. And even... They have basically 2 turns at it, because I still don't have Solemnity in play. They didn't find it. Oh, we found a land, though. We found a land. Wow, I can't believe we won this game. Oh, no, it's tapped. No. No, it's tapped. Alright, so they have another turn. They have another turn to draw something. Don't do it, opponent. Please. Please. Okay, it doesn't look like it did. Alright, we still won. I can't believe we won that. That's crazy. Wow, we won that game. That's insane. Oh, they just had another mountain? Okay, yeah, so now they can't deal damage to me. Wow. Yeah, any non-land? No, even lands. Because they play that other land, the one that, like, pokes you for 2, the desert or something? Oh yeah, my emote. I don't know why I had to put a 4 in it. So alright, so now the game's over. And they're just hanging out to see how I actually win, probably. I seriously doubt... Oh, we can still lose to Stomp, Mount Bone Crusher Giant or whatever. Still lose to that. Because it says damage can't be... Wow, all 3 still in it, jeez. Damage can't be prevented or whatever, and they can just get past this, because I'm so low and they have, like, a base in play. Can't cast that or I'll die. Yeah, Randunat Ruin would kill me. Oh! We can scry. Sweet. Alright, so we can get a little bit closer to actually winning. So this, I'm gonna name Stomp. So they can't target my face with Stomp. This does not stop them from casting Stomp. However, this stops them from realizing that they can target their own stuff, maybe, and they can't cast Stomp ever. And then I can win that way. Man, this is a lot of wins. I really can't believe we will probably win this. That's crazy. Now they do have more cards in their deck, which is probably why they're not just scooping. I can see an argument for that. But unbeknownst to them, I do have a win condition in the sideboard. Once we get to this point, it doesn't really matter what our opponent does. Sweeper doesn't do anything. Other than Stomp, of course. We can just sit back and chill, and then find our win condition eventually. So now, Idyllic Tutor getting Gideon's Intervention will stop them from literally casting the card Stomp. They just literally can't do it. So, there's the win. Now there's no card in mono red in Historic that allows them to win. So we can just scry to our heart's content to find our win condition. Which is right here. We found it. Alright. I'm surprised they didn't scoop. Most people scoop here. This has been one hell of a starting game, actually. That's kind of crazy. I don't think they have any way to make us discard. Necromantia lets me see their entire deck. I might actually pick this as my first card. Yeah. Might pick that one for my first card just to see their deck, and then I can do something about that. Now, sideboarding against aggressive strategies, I don't really imagine I want. Dawn of Hope, way too slow. Approach, we find different means. This doesn't do anything. Maybe I can take these instead of... I don't even know, actually. I almost want to take this one out. Take out Necromantia and put in a Relic just because it cycles. What's not good here? I mean, this is funny enough, technically all of my one-ofs in some fashion saved my life that game, which is kind of funny. Did I take out the Rest in Peace? Is there just no main? Oh, there it is. I don't think Rest in Peace is good anyway, so I might as well add another Relic to simply cycle. And yeah, no, that's it. The deck is designed to not deal with, I mean, to easily deal with aggressive strategies, so I suppose I'll just not sideboard. Waiting on your opponent. Ruined Halo can stop their initial threat, and then we have the combo in hand. Not a discard spell or anything. Discard deck, so Okay, a Scorch Spitter. I would like to name that with my thing. I'll put a temple. Is Wrath going to be good? Maybe. We already have one. I'd rather find another land. I'd actually rather find a discard spell, but... Does this itself do the damage? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, never casts a spell. Opponents can't gain... Okay, that itself deals damage, but I think I'd still rather name this. Yeah. Scorch Spitter. Well, they technically will die in 20 turns. I don't even have to find Approach the Second Sun, which is nice. Yeah, it doesn't actually stop anything. It just adds pings for, whatever you call it. Here we can just shock ourselves. Our life total no longer matters once you have 9 lives in play. So now we're taking one blip a turn. We're taking 2 blips a turn. Doesn't matter, we put the Solemnity in play, and we probably win. Probably. Okay, opponent went in the tank there for a second, so I assume they have something they're thinking about. Nope, they're just stone cold, no answer. Yeah. Now we do, again, we lose a lot to, that was an interesting game 1. I liked that game 1. That was cool. I thought we were totally dead, but the Ruined Halo Idyllic Tutor was really clutch. I like that. That was cool. Oh, I get to finish the Mastery Tree. Look at that. Everything's lining up nice. Cards I don't care about and will never play. Yeah, Confinement is nice. But again, you're just going to lose to anything with a counterspell. Any blue deck is just going to clap you. Unless it's like blue-red Arclight Phoenix or something, or Is It Blitz. You just get... Even Is It Blitz, they can just splash like sideboard counterspells, and you better hope your discard spells line up pretty nicely. Your main deck Graveyard Hate isn't good. It's too spearheaded into one strategy, this deck, but I still like this deck because it's like 70-80% aggressive strategies you're playing against. So you have a lot of easy wins, but a lot of extremely painful losses. Another thing about this combo is it is ridiculously consistent because there are so many tutors, and once you get to 3 mana, you pretty much can cast your whole deck. This is, I guess, that one. A lot of tap lands. Alright, well this is another matchup where we can... Now, Questing Beast will also get past the 9 lives, just like the whatchamacallit. I might even just play a tap land so I can do next turn Wrath of God, expecting my opponents to play a Questing Beast. I could alternatively just name Questing Beast with Necromentia and see their whole deck this turn. I like doing that, actually. I don't need another black. I'm gonna name Questing Beast. And hopefully I hit one. They have double Embercleave and a Collected Company. Alright, that's not... They have no Questing Beasts. They also don't seem to oh, there's Bone Crusher Giants, too. Rip. Alright. So, kind of a waste, but we saw their whole deck. So I know what's going on. Or at least I did. I scanned through it pretty fast. I don't actually own Cryptic Commands. I mean, well, Kolagon's Commands. I don't think I own any copies. And yeah, I'd have to speed up quite aggressively my, I can shock and sweep here. I like that. I'm gonna shock and sweep. Opponent doesn't have it. I'd probably just go black-red, honestly, and splash blue just for Nicol Bolas, and call counter spells, you know, call it quits on the counters. I'm gonna run this out. Now, a good thing about this collector company is it hits a Bone Crusher Giant. That's one less we have to worry about. I can't imagine Inquisition will be better at any other turn other than this one. So I guess I'll see if I can target the other card in her hand. I couldn't have discarded Collector Company anyways. Alright. I was right about that. One less Bone Crusher Giant to worry about. I can Binding Bone Crusher Giant, but it doesn't do anything. We have Solemnity next turn. I can, for 6 mana, because we're at one life. And I'm really slurring my words, which I guess is consistent because I slurred my words 2 years ago as well. I really did. I don't know why. I just slur my words. Probably just because I'm talking to myself all day. Yeah, K-Command is never bad. Instant speed discard spells are really just disgusting. Hello, second viewer. Here we can buy time by just naming one of these things with the binding. I guess I will. I now have the ability to make tokens, and I can chump block this because it doesn't have trample or anything with this, and hold this for something scarier. I'm pretty sure if I target the Bone Crusher Giant with this, they can still cast Stomp. But my opponent might not know this, and I think there's something to be gained by just doing this. Because now the only thing that really kills me here is Stomp. I mean, I am taking 2... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I forgot I had Solemnity in play. I'm actually not taking damage at all. So, belay the last 3 sentences I said. Here we're just going to scry because making 1/1 doesn't do anything in the face of a trampler. Opponent says good game, so I guess I'll say good game back. So this is another thing. There are a lot of players that are not aware that you can cast Stomp and it does stop this. There's a lot of people that don't know that. They just see Stomp as a shock and they just move on. I'm not going to get Approach because I would like to just get Dawn of Hope. No, that's not true. That's not true. There's no reason to. There's no reason to. Let's just do this. I already saw their deck with a Necromancia. I like to see their deck with Necromancia before I get this, so I can obviously sideboard more effectively. Knowing your entire opponent's list is pretty good. So, but we already grazed through it, or I did really quickly. I didn't see anything that is relevant for the game, so I'm not gonna take a second one to have a deeper look or something. I'm not gonna have a pen and paper or whatever. All we gotta do is basically win a game against a red-green aggro deck, game 2 or 3. Now, post-sideboard, they probably have enchantment removal. I'm not really used to enchantment removal. We'll have to figure out how to navigate through that. That'll be interesting. Let's just scry twice. I'm just gonna obviously dig deeper for the oh, well, that's just a Grim Tutor for the whatchamacallit. Opponent can still win with a Stomp. Keep that in mind. We can still die to Stomp. They're reading 9 lives. Oh, no, dude, no, not like this. Come on, don't do this to me. Don't do me dirty. Dude, I'm gonna get done dirty. Okay, no, we're good. Because he wasn't attacking earlier. They weren't attacking, and I thought they were, like, reading 9 lives. Like, damage can't be prevented. And then they zoomed in here, and they're like, damage can't be prevented. And then I lose. But I don't think they put 2 and 2 together. So we will tutor up our Approach the Sakansan. See, this is the real Chad one. The other one isn't good. The special art one is you're not a true fan of Approach Second Son unless it's specifically the foil Warframe looking card thing. I think Warframe did it first with that weird art style where it like moves and stuff. Anyway, graveyard is irrelevant. Making their what's that 2/2 scavenging ooze? Making their scavenging oozes smaller on average as they cast one after I cast Wrath of God or something. I don't think that's relevant. Eating their own creatures, mind you, because we don't have any. I don't think that's relevant. Binding can still be good. This can be good. Necromentia is good in this matchup because we're aware of Bone Crusher Giant. Our opponent is not. That is something to take into consideration. The benefit, and it is rather a huge benefit of playing this deck specifically, is your opponents aren't aware of this interaction because it is such an uncommon interaction. And if this deck ever became very popular, not only would you see more Bone Crusher Giants, which would suck, they would know about it and it would make it worse. The deck, on average, because Bone Crusher Giant is so popular, has the potential to be worse than it is just because of player knowledge. This is a very uncommon situation, and I suppose for now we will enjoy the luxury of it being reality. Oh yeah, dude, my deck came in. I forgot my camera was on. I thought I was just sitting here shuffling cards and no one could see. Look at that. Look at it. Wait, what is that? No, spoilers. Alright, we have the combo, which we almost always do because there's, I think, a third of the deck gets the combo. Well, we just drew another one. So, having the combo or getting it isn't that bad. Kill myself with what? Oh, the castle. I'm surprised you could see it with the camera and the glare. I guess it's not that bad. I don't know. I need like a actual window curtain. I don't have them. I'm poor. Alright, we're gonna play multicolored lands as much as possible. Our opponent brought in Relic of Progenitus probably just to cycle, and they took out dead cards. But there's a chance they assume we are of some kind of graveyard-based thing. Although that's an odd assumption because they know for a fact we're not. Here, it's almost impossible to die next turn. Embercleave is 8, 9, 10. It's impossible to die next turn, so we can take this turn to cast this to get Solemnity. Instead of playing this, they get free counters. Next turn we play this, they get more counters. It gives them another turn, especially with double striking Embercleave. I'd rather just find the whole combo here. And then we're back to just hoping they are not aware of their stomp thing. Because if they are, we oughta look. Alright, sure. It's weird to see this. I assume this is a hedge against something they might think we have. I also think this is wrong. I think they should have absolutely hasted this. 4, 5, 6, 7. Was there a reason not to? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, wait, it's only 9 in play, though. It's only 9 in play. They should have given this haste. I don't really know what they were thinking. This should have absolutely hit me this turn. Not only because it deals more damage to me, it means Grim Tutors and Thought Seizes get significantly worse. I don't know. I don't agree with that. All right, they don't have an Embercleave, but they do have another ping here. But I don't think it matters. It's only just one. We have 6 to go. This deck is extremely, extremely good against. They didn't scoop when I cast this, so extremely good against aggro decks. Very good. It's probably the best thing you can do, but obviously it makes your other matchups really bad. But again, what do you think you're going to be playing against? The fact that they're playing Collected Company, I should have realized they are probably not playing Questing Beast, as it cannot be targeted, whatever you say, acquired by Collected Company. Double Gruul Spellbreaker, that's hilarious. Gruul Spellbreaker is like my favorite Gruul card. I love that card. It's so dirty. Alright, so now we're just gonna... I'm actually gonna cast this, so I can do it this turn. Oh, this is huge. My opponent might not even be aware of why I am doing this, given how they've been playing. We're just gonna tutor. We're gonna name. Oh, is it Stone Crusher? Is it Bone Crusher? Is it Bone Crusher Giant? Stone Crusher Giant. Uh-oh. Shit. I don't know what the card's called. How do I not know? Bone Crusher. Oh, we're good. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, they have Wilt. Okay, so Wilt is what I was expecting, because it can cycle, is always good. They have 1, 2. It's just a naturalize. They have 2 Wilts. They have a Braid still. There's no creatures or artifacts in my deck. Make sure they're all targeted. Boop. Alright, so now we have to deal with Wilt blowing up Solemnity, but that is easy as I can tutor more Solemnities and win. They have to find Solemnity this turn. They have 2 looks at it. Splashing for the blue-black one that lets you take 4 of any... That's too many words. Oh, actually, what we can do here is just get this and name Wilt. And the only bad thing is if they immediately drew Wilt. And no, because I'd be dead. If they drew Wilt, I'd be dead. They would have just... Yeah, no, I'd be dead. Okay, let's go. Now, they should have tutored for it. They should have cracked this to look for, another chance at, another shot at Wilt. Also, once you have seen a card in a game of Magic Arena, it will be in this list. So I could go through this list and see my opponent's entire deck, including my own cards that have been played this game. Alright, so now we can just, scoops, because that was their only win. That was their only shot. Alright. Wait, am I diamond? No, that's silver. I'm dumb. I'm a boomer. I played it for the exact same thing. Is it worth playing the blue? Oh, the blue-black one of Necromentia. Unmoored Ego? Unmoored Ego. That was when it was standard. Yo, dude, I'm already at 3 viewers. You know how famous I am? You know how much money I have because of these 3 viewers? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. No, that one draws cards. It draws a card for your opponent if it's in their hand. Necromentia gives them a 2/2 zombie. Obviously, you would rather give them a 2/2 zombie than draw a card. That's why I run that one. There's also the other one from Kaladesh, too. There's 3. There's that one, Unmoored Ego, Necromentia, and the Kaladesh one that's like non-creature, non-land or something, so you can name like an artifact. I don't know. But it draws cards again, and you'd obviously rather give them a zombie, especially when they can't deal damage to you because you're doing the 9 lives thing. It's just free. And it doesn't, you don't need blue. Alright, just like I was saying, we pretty much have the whole combo in hand, and 2 discard spells, which would give us ample time to do it. We're not on the play, though. I lied. I wasn't paying attention. What was free? My content? I thought your content was free, Lamont. I mean Beasley. My name has to be Beasley because I'm on the internet. I forgot. Alright, this is a graveyard-based deck. Probably Arclight Phoenix. Another extremely easy matchup, barring they don't clap our cheeks. I love this deck. This is one of the few decks I actually enjoy playing, especially since Faithless Looting came out. Funny thing about Faithless Looting is I used to play a lot of... I'm just going to take the creature. I used to play a lot of Faithless Looting before it was like in Mardu Pyromancer and then everyone was on the card. Like 2.5 years ago, I played Faithless Looting and Teamer Walls in Modern because you could just discard totally irrelevant cards for 1 mana. You basically draw 2 in every single deck. It's just so good. Now I can even get rest in peace, and my opponent might feel obligated to scoop, which is funny, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to likely cast Ruined Halo on Arclight Phoenix. Therefore, their graveyard doesn't matter anyways, other than cycling the second half of that. Pillar Opt. Let's just take this. I don't care about Opt. They're not going to cast Opt because they want to get the thing out of the graveyard. Oh, wait. No, this is wrong. Nope, they should have... No, I don't like this. I don't like... You need to cast 3 spells to pull this out, and they could have cast this on their turn, coupled with this, and all they'd have to do is find one more 1-minute spell, and they would have been fine. It looks like they're off of that plan. Okay. That's fine. I can name that as well. I don't think I'm going to. I might, actually. I might just name Sprite Dragon, because they are so insanely far away from getting Arclight Phoenix back. It also doesn't really matter. I'm going to get the combo. It just doesn't matter. I'm just going to do this. But barring I didn't have it. Yeah, people need to opt end a turn no matter what. You know, it's actually kind of exciting to see how far this deck can take me. Because it's just so aggressive. The format is so aggressive, and the ability to exploit it is a cool example of what just like meta sniping it is interesting, especially historic in particular, because modern is so insanely powerful. Modern is faster than Legacy now, which is kind of sad, but I guess it makes for cool content. I do like Legacy a lot. I almost like Legacy more now, just because of the severity of how quick modern games are. Like, it's weird to think that you could see about a third of your deck in an average Legacy game, and in modern you see an average of 15 to 20 cards. I just think it's kind of sad. Alright, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we have time. Unless they somehow stop this, we can just win. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna win instead of not winning. Oh, you lied. You lied. That was a main phase opt with an opt on top after the switch. All right. So game 2, they have bounce spells. There's not much I can do about that. I can Gaia's Blessing to stop Arclight Phoenixes. I can put them back in their deck. Same with their whatever you call it. The other card, I don't know. It also draws a card, so it's not like you went down a card. I don't know. I think the relics are decent. I just don't know what to take out because we're so poised into the things we have. Wrath is still decent here. I'm not taking these out. I almost want another Ruined Halo in the sideboard. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Castle Lockbane, which would probably be decent, especially when our life total no longer matters because of the 9 lives. But I don't know. It's kind of slow. It's actually really slow. Cage is kind of the same, except it doesn't cycle. I really don't know. Necromentia is not... Alright, we can do that. I like that. Just take out a Necromentia, put this in. Sideboard obviously needs insane work. I only put 5 minutes into it. It's not good at all. But we're playing in silver right now, so it's not that big of a deal. I think I think we're just going to kind of have a similar matchup here. I don't know what my opponent has in blue-red sideboard that deals with what I'm doing, other than bounce spells, like Brazen Borrower, stuff to bounce Solemnity and then clap my cheeks and all in one turn cycle. This hand is really, really good. Let's see, do they have a 1-minute spell? They do. Alright, so it's either a shock or an opt, because they didn't auto-pass, and it looks like they're willing to cast it, because they didn't auto-pass. So it's likely an opt. I'm still, regardless, going to cast this. I'd like to cast these not turn 1, but I suppose here I will. They could very well... Oh, I forgot! Oh! I forgot Brainstorm was in the format. Alright, so taking a Young Pyromancer just flew off the table, which is really what I wanted to do. I'll take the Opt, though. I could have taken Faithless Looting. Maybe that would have been leagues better, but I don't know. The ability to cast the other side of it is good enough. Clipped? Modern is clicked. Oh no. I'm gonna wind up on Reddit. Alright, here, I'm just gonna do this. Alright, we got the spread. Oh, they did! See, I was... Man, I'm big brain. Look at that. They brought in literally Brazen Bar. I can take it and deal with this later, because we don't really care about this. I'll just take that. Land. Please. They did bring in exactly Brazen Bower. Wow. That's fun. I've literally have not played Best of 3 in 2 years, and I'm still calling out people's sideboards. That's funny. No, I don't know why they have Brazen Bar on the sideboard. It's not like this matchup is really a thing, so I don't know. Maybe it bounces... Maybe it's good in other things? Like a Reanimator? It's good in Reanimator. Okay, against Reanimator, which is popular, bouncing your opponent's reanimation target is obviously really good. Alright, I found it. Man, I'm on my P's and Q's right now. I can't let it get to my head or I'll lose. Alright, so 2 Sprite Dragons. So now Ruined Halo just got a lot better. If it comes to that. Also, interesting to note, Solemnity also stops your opponent's creatures from getting +1/+1 counters placed on them. So these will never get bigger. Unless they Brazen Bower it. Alright, we found the whole combo, but I'm going to run this out because it's essentially the same. Damage-wise, we either take 3 or we take 2 of 9. They can't... This does have hexproof, so they can't Brazen Bower it. I don't see a counter spell or anything. I think it's totally safe here. Yep, don't get counters. Drop 2, discard 2. They can play double 1-mana spell, which is probably what they're going to try to do to get their Arclight Phoenix back to kill me before I do things. They discarded a second Arclight Phoenix and a playable card this turn, so it looks like I was correct. Of the 2 possible lines of playing this, or 2 1-drops, I think it's correct to get the Arclight Phoenixes out, especially when you now have 2. Yep, alright, so we win. Barring a Brazen Bower off the top, we should win the game. Man, I've done like... I'm just gonna tap, like this. I've called out all of my opponent's plays this game, which is kind of funny. That is really funny. Alright, my opponent's thinking probably about what their outs are. Like how many Brazen... Well, no, I don't know what they're thinking about because they know how many Brazen Bowers they brought in. Clean Woodcock. I don't know what that means. Where did you go wrong? Welcome, Sidefred? Why am I playing Phoenix? Arclight Phoenix is great, dude. I love this card. Also, welcome to the stream. I'm Beasley. I used to stream 2 years ago, but I got lost on the way to the bathroom, and I'm now back. And I am still somehow calling out everyone's plays perfectly, which is really weird. Okay, my opponent scooped with an Opt on this stack, so they weren't willing to give me the good game there. We clapping cheek, boys. We clapping cheek. Oh man, this is great. This is great. I was gonna make a deck series on YouTube about literally adventuring, just taking one deck and seeing how far you can go with it. But I guess that's pretty much all of Magic the Gathering, anyways, especially in a competitive environment. This historic brawl, just a side note, is so fun. But the problem is, it is they messed up. Someone's riding a motorcycle. They messed up the ban list. I think they messed it up because you can play Golos. And the problem with this is, here, I'll show. I'll play one game. We're probably going to bump into a mirror match because everyone's playing Golos. What? Is Is that like the Planeswalker, Nicol Bolas? Hold up. Hold up. What? What's happening? I don't know how to... No, I'm designed for the mirror. What is this? Okay. Sakama? Oh, this is bad. Okay, well, you know, I was wrong. I was wrong. What emote is that? Dan's game? Who's Dan? Are you cheating on me? Are you subbed to Danny? Is Danny streaming? Is he streaming his new job that he hates because he's working like 40-hour workdays? No, 48-hour workdays. I don't think my... Oh, the insanity! Oh, oh. So if we find a land, we can actually Deep of Sanity our opponent. Oh, that's dirty. And it's got haste too? Oh my god, please, land off the top. Oh, it's generic Twitch emote. No, I didn't get a land. Rip. Right. I guess we're playing a normal game. No, they can spell pierce. I didn't see. They didn't spell pierce. I don't know why they didn't spell pierce. That was very, very not bright. I shouldn't say that, but they should have definitely spell pierced this. They should have spell pierced this 6 ways to Sunday is what they should have done. I really don't know why they didn't. Spell pierce just gets progressively worse as the game goes on. That really just made no damn sense. Between these two, I'm going to cast this one so I can actually get things done. So I need green and I need black. Boop. No, they have, yeah, we just like saw their hand with Valky and they just didn't do it. Now they have Spell Pierce Thief of Sanity? Why did they take this? That doesn't... I don't agree with that. I would have taken this. This is just better. I'm gonna force out the Spell Pierce, I think. No, because my next potential play is, better. I'd rather them just counter this. I think it's pretty much free. My opponent declining to cast Thief of Sanity, I think is a huge mistake. Given everything they saw, and like one unknown being this card, I think absolutely they should have just cast Thief last turn. They will now because they have Spell Pierce up at the same time. Which means I can't cast this, and we start getting hit by this. I can't cast this. This game is done. Alright, well, like I was saying, Golos Mirror is almost exclusively what the Brawl is, and it's just whoever casts Golos first, and then finds, like, Sultai Ultimatum. Just like my real-life Commander deck, actually. You just Sultai Ultimatum, take 2 extra turns, and 9 times out of 10 your opponent just scoops. Because, you know, you just sort of... Rip. All right, back to regular real content. Back to real content. I really have to do something about that glare. I need a window curtain, or just move my whole table. Waiting for opponent. All right. Oh, their name is Mastermind. We have a card named Mastermind's Acquisition. Yeah, we got our cheeks clapped. It's cool to see Nicol Bolas, though. I like that. That's a cool commander. Waiting for our opponent. Alright, so we don't actually have the combo this hand, but I like the turn 2 Ruined Halo in the dark. Especially against certain decks. I was supposed to work on the sideboard and this stuff. Oh well, doesn't really matter. Alright, we drew the one card that makes me contemplate my turn 1 land drop, as most of them come in tapped. Do I really need to Inquisition turn 1? My opponent likely had something they could have cast turn 1 if they just had the mana, but they played this, so they didn't. I'm going to turn 1 Inquisition. I seldom do this. I like to discard later. Later. Okay, blue-red, strategic plan. So it's just Arclight Phoenix again. Um, I guess I'll just take the strategic planning, because the pillars aren't super relevant. Just take the cantrip that puts cards in the graveyard, likely being Arclight Phoenix. Spire Bluff Canal. Any second. I gotta stop shuffling cards. Okay, opponent didn't do anything. Let's see. Alright, they have a castable spell. They found something they can cast. Spell Piercer Opt. Maybe a Shock. Brainstorm as well, although I think I would have cast Brainstorm main phase if I were my opponent in that situation. I guess I'll just cast a Temple then. I don't think there's a reason to Ruined Halo Pillar of Flame so they can't target my face with it. I don't think that's relevant, because if they want to get Arclight Phoenix back, they can target their own face, and it just doesn't matter. Maybe once I've secured the combo, so I don't take damage, I would do something like that. Frantic Inventory. Okay. It's an end of turn opt. They actually cast it. Oh, whoa, what is this? All right, so now we can just name that with the Rune. Rune Halo is so dirty. Like, it's either entirely useless or it just wins the game. This is gonna buy me an insane amount of time. This card is so dirty. No one expects it either. It really just, it does not see play. Especially against these kinds of decks that would like to beat the more aggressive strategies with all like the Pillar of Flames for the mirror blowing up, exiling your opponent's Arclight Phoenixes and stuff. And just being a 1-mana spell for your own. The less threat dense ones, like it's not necessarily a mid-rangey strategy, but the ones that have like 12 to 16 very specific threats, you're in a good position when you can just deal with them. So here we can just name this with Gideon's Intervention, and this can't deal damage to me just like a Ruined Halo, because this is just another Ruined Halo, but they can't cast the card at the same time. Not that that's relevant, they don't cast this. Well, they did that turn, but that's not common. I think I'd rather just find the combo over the next 2 turns here. I'm so healthy. I'm only at 15. I mean, I'm still at 15, rather. So they have 1, 2 counters of 9. Put a flame and attack. And then another turn cycle, which would be 3 before I'd be able to get Solemnity. Unless I just cast this as a follow-up. Preventing this from hitting me. Thoughtseize makes everything easy. Let's just see what's going on. Nothing is going on. We can play this. Alright. This is nice. I'll say thanks. Alright, so now we don't take damage. So we can cast these, which make us lose 3 life. Brainstorm. That was a really good card to draw. That was a really good card to draw. Probably their best card. Man, I miss the days where Eldritch Reborn was good. I love that card. I had one in the sideboard, actually, for a second. But I could cheat out and stuff. I really liked it. My opponent actually cast 2 Arclight Phoenixes this game. Like, hard cast. It's not where you want to be. Alright, so they kept the Fabled Passage to shuffle the Brainstorm, probably. So they'll probably crack it. I could just run this out, name this, and then we don't take damage from anything. Alternatively, I can just find Solemnity. But I think just totally stopping my opponent from putting counters on 9 lives is kind of the same. So I'm just going to do that. This allows me to hopefully find an untapped land for... yeah, we get an extra turn at an untapped land here to cast one of these. And Solemnity in the same turn cycle. I feel like my voice is dying. It's saying hello to too many people at a cash register. That's probably what it is. Hello, how are you? I'm fine. What's that matter? Bye. I just want alcohol. Okay. Sure. Why not? Alright, so we didn't draw it. Opponent does not have a castable card in hand. It's probably a land. It's actually extremely likely to be a land. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, no, it can't be an Arclight Phoenix. Because it wouldn't hold there. So, I guess we just look for a Solemnity and cast it. Now, I could just cast this to validate my point, but I'm just going to pass. I don't think showing that they have a land in hand is relevant. If it was a Stormwing entity, they would have played it, because it scries. They did shuffle the Brainstorm, right? Yeah. Faithless Meeting. Another really good draw here, because they can cast it again. Don't really know what they could look for that's relevant. They discarded a... Wow, they discarded a Brainstorm. That's kind of crazy. Oh, because Stormwing Entity. Yeah, that's pretty much a Brainstorm. You keep one and get rid of two, which is what they did here. Even though this can't deal damage to me. I don't know what they're after, but they're after something. Let's just cast this. Let's get Mastermind's Acquisition here. Nope. We get Necromentia, so I can see my opponent's deck list, as I seriously doubt there's a way for them to deal with what I'm doing. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so just like the last opponent, we expect Brazen Borrower out of the sideboard. What isn't good? What wasn't good last time? Necromentia's... still has a place. I think it still has a place. I don't know, actually. I think everything's really... I think you can make an argument for every card right now. I don't think stopping their graveyard is relevant. I just don't think so. I'm not going to. Maybe I should. I don't know. I mean, with that logic, I'd take out the recipes, though. No, let's just keep it. I don't know. Right back. I don't think sideboard's not really for this matchup. If they have Brazen Borrower, so be it. Probably they'll splash in some Mystic Disputes or whatever for like the blue matchups, but they're also good at countering my enchantments, I suppose. We have the combo in hand, as we almost always do, because there's so many tutors. A very slow hand, but playing against a rather slow deck. Slower, at least. It's not extremely aggressive. I haven't played against a silver player. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll keep the discard spell. Let's just hope there's no young pyromancer. Kind of doubt there is. Though I guess it wouldn't surprise me. What is this? I think they should have Faithless Looting before they decided to shock or not. It's not relevant. Their life total doesn't matter, but I think it's just you want more information. It's just good habit. Second Arclight Phoenix to the graveyard. Alright. We can name them with our Necromentia, but I think we have them covered. What is this? Spell Pierce? There's no way you Spell Pierce this. Okay, I don't agree with this play, but I guess I don't know my opponent's hand. Spell Piercing, that seems odd. So now they need land in 3 1-mana spells to, like, genuinely threaten me. But I have a feeling they're just going to flash back a Faithless Looting. Or do nothing. Alright, I'll take the nothing. I'll take the nothing. Can bait with a Necromentia. We're so far off of getting both combo pieces, because this costs 4 and I have 3 lands. I could just run this out. If my opponent has a counterspell, they're absolutely going to counter it. Absolutely. If they don't, I guess we name Arclight Phoenix? They might have a Brainstorm. No, what do they have in their hand? I really don't know. What could they possibly have in their hand right now? Mystic Dispute? No, Spell Pierce. That can't be. Yeah, it's not. It's not the only thing in their hand. It is a Brainstorm. Okay, why didn't they cast it? I don't know. I think that was yeah, I don't know. They really wanted to leave up Spell Pierce. Weird. Okay. Oh, they have another card they can cast. They don't cast it, so they're gonna do the triple 1-mana spell here to get back the 2 Arclight Phoenixes. I would assume. Probably an Opt or another Brainstorm. Yeah, I mean, it has to be, otherwise they can't do it, so. I don't know. They want a finale. Finale? They're putting Brainstorm on top first? No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah. Okay. So they get their Arclight Phoenixes back, and I guess there's now 3 of them. They found 3 in the top 18 cards of their library. Doesn't 2-shot us though. That was an abysmal draw. We really wanted to draw a land. Alright, well, I mean, now we're past the point of that. We just got to get Ruined Halo. Yet again, hope we draw a land so we don't die to this. We can still die to, like, a shock or something, and they have plenty of shocks in their deck. Pillar of Flame and Shock. And they've cast a total of none. They have not cast any. So they just need 1. They shocked themselves. Okay, they don't have it. Alright. Problem with the line I took is now we actually die to the Storming Entity, and Ruined Halo doesn't save us. Alright, so we're dead. We lost the game. Let's see if we can just get some information with this Inquisition. We cannot, and let's move on to game 3. That sucks. Well, if we expect our opponent to get 3 Arclight Phoenixes in the first 4 turns, I suppose we should run more Graveyard Hate, but I don't think that's a good average expectancy. So, I think I'm gonna run it back. Could take out Necromentia for another cycling card, like Relic. Yeah, I like that. I'm not super big on the Necromentias. Opponent does not sideboard at all, apparently. Or they were faster than me. I would like to play first. Discard spell, 3 lands, and we have the combo in hand. Perfect. This is literally the perfect hand. It couldn't really get better other than one of these 3 lands being untapped. Other than that, this hand is pretty much perfect, which is kind of insane. Barring Ruined Halo being relevant. Opponent is thinking about their hand, they keep it. Let's hope there's no turn 1 Brainstorm, that would suck. Okay, I'll take a Spell Pierce. Okay, they don't have either. Take the Sprite Dragon. Their only threat here. That's a questionable keep from the opponent there. Kind of questionable. Especially after seeing how many cards I had hanging out in my hand. Or, I mean, how many discard spells they assume we may or may not have. I don't know, it seems weird. Brainstorm Fetch Land is good, though. They can kind of undo their hand. We'll lose all information, but I can kind of assume what they're going to put on top and get rid of here. Well, of the cards I saw, I don't know what they drew. Guess we respect Spell Pierce? Oh, I guess we don't have to. They can't play a threat this turn, which is really good. Probably Expressive a land would do. Oh no, they can play a Spell Pierce. Yikes. I guess in that instance, I will cast Idyllic Tutor. Looks like they do have a Spell Pierce too. I get Solemnity if they let this resolve. They're really thinking about it. It wasn't any other card. It had to be Spell Pierce. It has to be Spell Pierce because it didn't stop on their own turn. And they do Spell Pierce. All right, so we got the Spell Pierce out of the way, barring there isn't a second one. We're hoping for another turn where they tap out. But, I mean, Spell Pierce isn't... if I need to get an untapped land, I'm just going to go for it anyways. Spell Pierce doesn't stop that. Brainstorm with Fabled Passage. Okay. I think playing the Fabled Passage first is a slight mis-sequence. It's not really relevant because you're probably going to play it anyways, but you might as well not do it. It's just a habit. A good habit to get into. But again, probably doesn't matter in any way. Alright, well, look. Oh, they're going to go for a 3-mana play. Ooh. What the hell costs 3 mana in their deck? Oh, maybe it's just another cantrip. Yeah, like Faithless Looting. They just wanted to shuffle first. It's probably not a 3-mana play. Yep, so probably Stormwing Entity, which is what we want to see, so we can cast one of our 2 combo pieces. Probably the 9 lives first. Kind of want to guarantee that one in play first, because it buys you significantly more time than Solemnity would. Opponent just doesn't do anything though. We found a second 9 lives. That makes this really easy. I'll just run this out. I don't care what happens. There's just one less Spell Pierce to worry about if that's the case here. Oh, they have main deck, or not main deck, sideboard or something negates. Okay, that's good to know about. Kind of want those Necromencias back. Well, it's turn, what, 5? And we're still at 20 life. Opponent has cast a lot of spells. Still waiting on a hard cast threat here. They can go Arclight Phoenix or Stormwing Entity. Can still do both. Well, the entity at least. They get rid of a Phoenix and yet another Brainstorm. So 2 mana into 1 mana card? That's what this looks like? No. Again, they're shocking before they're seeing what the Faithless Looting draws them. I don't like this, but probably not relevant. Okay, Chart a Course, sure. Yeah, there was a chance they could have evaded taking 2 there. Not that it matters, I don't think. They turn around and crazy damage stuff that we may or may not do. Drew a land, so we just play 9 lives, and then we hope Solemnity is good enough. We can play around Spell Pierce if we go with this first. Or we can play around Negate if we play this first. I don't know which one is better. I don't know how many Negates they have, but they probably have 4 Spell Pierces. That's quite likely. Or maybe 3 and 2, something like that. I don't know. No Brainstorm or anything. They're just immediately cracking the fetch land. 6 mana. What is this? Faithless Looting into Stormwing into Spell Pierce. That's what we'd want to see here. Well, they had a plan. Maybe they're uncertain about it now? I don't know. They're really thinking about something. Like a lot. Okay. I will take this time to use the bathroom because that takes a while to resolve. Oh, my turn. Alright. What do? They hit me with that. They're tapped out, so I guess I just run out of Solemnity and see if we win. A bounce spell doesn't stop it. Yeah, alright, they just scoop. So they probably didn't have a bounce spell in their deck, or just didn't want to take the time to find one. It looks like they were on the Negate Spell Pierce kind of package instead of the I'm never gonna complete this quest with playing this deck, but of the spectrum there of what they could potentially sideboard. Oh hey, it's a person that's silver linked. Let's see. Waiting on your opponent. Meows, meows. Alright, so Luris deck. We have our one of Rest in Peace, so I guess we keep it. Let's hope they're not the black-white one. They're not. They're the blue-white one. So we take the core Spirit Dancer. Oh, they don't have it. Alright, so we can take this. And then they have a hard time drawing things. This is indestructible, but that's not really relevant. They just play that, and then we try to beat it. I think we can. Do I play a tap land, or do I just go for the Rest in Peace? I guess this is the only turn I'll get Rest in Peace in play, so I guess I'll just do that. I don't know. I don't think it matters. Stopping Luris isn't super relevant in this game. Then next turn we can Grim Tutor for one of the two combo pieces, probably. Could get a Ruined Halo and name a Danto Vanguard. I don't know how much I like doing that though. Might have to. This does hit us pretty hard. Might have to. We could just be dead next turn if they have enough enchantments and stuff. Well, either way, I am casting it. 9 lives does buy us an insane amount of time, so I think it's pretty much like a Ruined Halo, where we just buy an insane amount of turns through damage avoidance, except this is half of the combo, so I guess I'll do that. I don't even know what this deck could sideboard. I'm so used to best of one. Sure. This does give them a token, and that token can add counters to 9 lives twice as fast. So now we just sort of hope they don't have like a Spell Pierce or something. You're still in combat, you get a pass. There you go. Alright, so no Spell Pierce. Oh no, they don't land. Okay, they don't. I literally don't have a choice. I have to cast this, so. Otherwise I am dead. Now we're just kind of banking on either... I don't even know, actually. Top decking Solemnity? Or finding a tutor. Either will do it, I suppose. You know, I should move my camera. What if I just... There we go. There we go. Yeah. No, I'm this person, right? Does that make sense to put it here? So, like, I'm my portrait? No, the problem is it's gonna cover stuff. What if it was like, boop? Yeah, I like that. I don't know. Covering less stuff. Alright, so we take 3 on the 9 lives. So we're just kind of hoping for... Another creature doesn't change the math. It's still a 2-turn cycle. We can Adanto Vanguard this. Binding the Vanguard. And then we take 2 a turn. They can't really do anything. Right? Their whole next turn is just Luris and getting back some auras that don't do anything because we don't take damage. I could name Luris with this. I don't think that's relevant. I'm just going to do this. They can't Alseid of Life's Bounty their Vanguard, which means this opens up the potential of top decking Wrath of Gods and actually clearing my opponent's board. Oh, we have Rest in Peace. We have Rest in Peace. Lurrus wasn't going to do anything anyway. Over pet, center right. Like, right there. That's the opponent's pet. That's not mine. Mine's on the... Wait, is that mine? Where does the active... I don't know. I think yours is on the left and your opponent's on the right. I don't know. Alright, so they cast Lurrus. Oh, Thoughtseize kills me. I can't cast it. We could just make counters here. Oh yeah, I can't back up either. I'm gonna run out of my own camera. We could just make counters, and then our opponent... It's basically the same as casting one of these, naming one of these, where they can't deal damage to us, but with this, it allows us to hold on to these for things in the future. I don't think I like that. I think the best opportunity... No, still. No, I do like that. I do like that. I do like that. Because these are 1/1s, and it actually does something. It's not common. There's only one copy of the castle in the deck. Maybe there should be 2. Though you do want a lot of black sources. Your pet is on the left. Alright, so I just don't have one. Alright, so they actually do swing. That's good. We can actually kill one of their creatures here. I'm actually going to kill this one because I cannot name this with Ruined Halo. I think that's relevant, as this giving protection to something is significantly irrelevant. If we draw a land, we can get... Oh, we can already get both in play, actually. Opponent doesn't do anything. They need a lot of counters. I think there's an argument for just running this out, see what's going on. But they didn't play a creature, so I'd rather just cast this naming Lurrus. Because I have these locked down with the... Oh, no, I don't have the mana to make a 1/1. I think I forced myself into this. I have to play this now and name Alseid or Alseid, whatever it is. Alseid? Alcid? I don't know how to pronounce that. Naming it. Boop. Alright, so they can't cast more copies of this, which is a big deal, and I can't take damage from what is in play. They did not play another creature. So that's another positive. What are they thinking about? If they're just thinking about playing, or not the protection thing from this, it seems odd. Doesn't do anything, we just snap this off. Alright, they don't have creatures, draw, share battlefield. Alright, let's just take this, because it might as well, I guess. Take the cheapest card to stop Saram or Core Spirit Dancer off the top from drawing as many cards as possible. And I think we're going to scry instead. This says can't be blocked, which means their next threat that I don't have protection from. The tokens are irrelevant. I think just scrying is better. I think it's better to scry in this position anyways, because we really need to find something to actually seal the game, as we don't have Solemnity in play. Opponent doesn't do anything. Oh hey, Solemnity. Alright, so we found the card. Right off the top. I seriously doubt they have a counter spell. But they also didn't immediately scoop. What does that mean? They're playing Lurrus, so they don't have Banishing Light or something. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna scry. Might as well do it as quickly as possible here. A wrath is kind of a nice security measure, but I don't really know what I'm gonna kill. It's better than the average card, I think. Killing these doesn't do anything, and their next threat doesn't hurt us anymore because we have Solemnity 9 lives. It just sort of stops them from drawing a ton of cards with SRAM or something if they cast one. If I even care. I don't even know if I care about that. Definitely gotta make sure we don't cast a Thoughtseize. Would be kind of a bummer to get this far and then just accidentally kill ourselves because we lost 2 life. Alright, so we got this. We can get another Solemnity. I don't really know what else I would get. Another Ruined Halo doesn't seem super relevant. I'm just going to get another Solemnity. I don't think another Ruined Halo does anything. It shuts down another creature from hurting us, but that is saying they have an answer to the Solemnity, which I don't think they do. I've been hearing police sirens for the past, like, while. When it doesn't do anything. I guess casting this is sort of free, so I just might as well. No reason not to. All that glitters in Sentinel's eyes. Alright, we'll take that. We will scry. This is another game where I'm at 1 life. This has been kind of crazy. Okay. Might as well. They're gonna cast everything playable off the top anyways, so might as well. Okay, another all that glitters, doesn't matter. Let's just do this. I don't know why my opponent's holding priority. Like the Selfless Savior in the Alseid give my opponent priority, so instead of pushing the auto pass button, they're like clicking through it, so it seems. It's not like there's any secrets. I know their hand, their graveyard, their battlefield, I know everything of perfect information. But yet they sit here and pause. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, well they snapped that off pretty quickly. Suddenly the pace of play has increased as they cast a spell which I assume they feel is relevant, even though them drawing their whole deck doesn't matter, so long as they have no answer to me not taking damage. They didn't... Wait, what just happened? They cast Arcane... What? What is that? Oh, Heliod's Punishment turned off the core Spirit Dancer. Oh, because they didn't draw a card off of the next enchantment. So they should have enchanted one of their other creatures. Or they just don't matter and they're just messing with me. Alright, I'll keep Double Wrath. The first one kills everything but whatever they target with this, and the second one kills the rest. We're just kind of dirtling now, though. They're not posing any threat. Oh, they actually just didn't even bother. Alright, so they didn't bother using the Selfless Savior to save anything. I think they're just looking for a win condition out of us, so we will find it. And we immediately found it, which is hilarious. That keeps happening. Every time we're like... we start talking about closing the game out, we just immediately find a Mastermind's acquisition. So, like the last game, I don't like using the first one to find our approach. I'd rather just look at my opponent's library to name something. I don't know. Core Spirit Dancer. Danto Vanguard, Staggering Insight, SRAM. Yeah, alright. So they actually have no answer. I'm not going to take these out of the deck because it just speeds up the process of them sifting through their entire deck once they find one, as there are no cards in this deck that are relevant, barring I don't cast this. Huh. So we win this game. The next Mastermind's acquisition will find Approach the Second Sun. Opponent's really reading my stuff. They must be very new to it. Okay, I don't do anything. We scry. Irrelevant card. I'm just gonna main deck, main phase scry. Or at least once. We already know what we're after here. Nothing else is relevant as we have seen their entire deck. Actually, I should have just scried twice. It just doesn't matter. I also don't know why this the outside lifts up when I mouse over my campus. That's weird. Oh look, another Scryland. Okay, not relevant. Not relevant. Man, we're really scrying through the whole deck. Not relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've scryed 8 to the bottom. So we kind of know the top, the bottom third. We're just looking for one of the Mastermind's acquisitions. There's 2 left, I think. Yeah, there's only 3, so there's 2 left. Unfortunately, our opponent plays something that holds priority on our turn, so this may take a little bit longer. Bottom. Oh, nope, we can't cast it. We'll die. Bottom. Bottom. And pass. Do we have less cards in? No, they actually have less cards in library. So if their plan was to deck us out, it also wouldn't work. So I don't know what their plan is. Just to pick up information? I guess I can see an argument for that. Another land. Alright. Let's try some more. Find it eventually here. Found it. Alright, so now we can just mess around doing other things. I guess I'll make a token because it doesn't really matter. opponent is really, really in the tank about this here. I don't know why. Maybe they're thinking what their deck consists of. I mean, this is only the first game, isn't it? This is best of 3, right? I can't remember if we okay, they finally scooped. So the writing on the wall. Yeah, that was game 1. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, so it seems as though sideboard and graveyard hate specifically against Luris isn't super relevant. You would rather just answer the deck as a whole. Other than this one card that comes out of like this command zone. They are blue and white. They could have naturalize effects or disenchant effects, I suppose. Brazen Bower, Spell Pierce. You have a bunch of different stuff here. Don't know. I think we just run it back. I'm gonna run it back. I'm not super. I don't know. Well, we have the combo, but we only have one land. Seems really reckless to keep this even on the draw. Especially if they have a potential answer to it anyways. I don't know, let's just get rid of it. 4 lands, let's get rid of the Bright Clan? Yeah. We again have an answer to their turn 2 Core Spirit Walker or whatever. I think they like mulligan specifically for it, so. Yep, they have it. There it is. They almost always have it. I think they just mulligan for it mindlessly and everything else comes second. So now they won't draw cards into Oblivion and we can kind of play a medium-paced game here. We don't have a turn 2 play, so let's just play that. And then we did find the combo. We've not found or seen anything that would stop it. So I guess we just cast it. They didn't cast the Aether Tunnel here, so I don't know what this is. Oh, Vanguard, sure. We're going to take 5, 6 at most next turn. 7, 5. At most 8. So we can probably play the Solemnity first. I don't think it matters which one. I think this one buys us more time if they wound up countering the second one. Being Solemnity here. Especially with a Sweeper in play. In hand. And another tutor. Oh, they just picked up Luris. Okay. So they can... yeah. I was gonna say we can find a graveyard hate spell here and stop our opponent from core spirit dancing. Oh, we still can though, because Luris costs 3 and they only have 4 mana next turn. Oops, let's kick my Xbox. So we can still do that. We can still tutor graveyard hate. But I'd almost rather tutor a Necromancia and figure out what their line to stop what we're doing is. Because I don't know how they're stopping the Solemnity. Unless they sideboard it in something crazy. It cannot be a counterspell. We're past the point of that mattering. It has to be a disenchant effect. Or a bounce spell like Brazen Bower. Are they reading my cards? Wow, I've already been streaming for 2 hours. Holy crap. Wow. It does not feel like 2 hours. Alright, they scooped. Guess they finally diverged that they had no answers. These games have been surprisingly slow, even as like singleton games. If it was like best of one, each game has been kind of slow. Usually move on to the next game uh, fairly quicker than that. Guess we'll run it back though. So far it's been really good, but we haven't played against anything problematic, if you will. I will play first. Triple Inquisition, 1 land. How can I not keep this? Say hello, and then we just start Inquisitioning. Oh no, it's Muxus. Alright, so this is like Nightmare scenario. I guess I take Goblin Matron. I can't take both this Prospectors, obviously, because I'll play one this turn. I can see an argument for just taking one and then maybe they don't cast the second one for some weird reason, but I'm not gonna do that. I think I'll take the second one though. Gem Palm isn't doing much. Neither are we, as we only have 1 land. We have 1 land and we have the combo at 4 mana. Turn like 6. Yeah, we're probably not gonna win this. We don't have enough time. This I kept in the dark though. I didn't know what we were up against. Even still though, this is probably really reckless. Guess I'll take the Chieftain. Land pass. So we find another land, we can Grim Tuner a combo piece. Pray we get another one. Yeah, this is bad. They just run out the Gem Palm Incinerator. Alright, I guess we're running out of Rest in Peace. So now they have Muxus mana. So if they ever draw Muxus, it's just over. Probably. Oh, excuse me. They didn't draw Muxus, but they did Franco. Kind of similar. Kills us pretty quickly. We did find a land. I guess we can violently search for the second piece of the puzzle here. But now we're just gonna die to... No, 1, 2, 3, 4. It depends what they draw. They did not draw Muxus or a Haste Goblin to give their Krenko tokens haste. They actually switched, really. I think that's kind of similar to just tapping Krenko, so you might as well tap Krenko because... Ooh, you know, now we have the line of just blowing up the board. I'm actually just going to do that. But yeah, tapping Krenko would allow them to mess up 9/9 more effectively, but now they just can't. The reason I'm going to do that is because they don't have Muxus mana. I think that's relevant. Alright. Prospector on top, which they will cast off of the treasure. Alright, they kind of undid what we just did, for the most part. And Krenko's on top, that's fine. Okay, well, so I think we win. Conspicuous Scoop on their upkeep can tap to make Krenko Goblins, because the top card is Krenko. So if they go tap Goblins, so they have to tap Snoop, they have to be aware of this. They are not. They did not do that. And then they'd have to immediately find Muxus underneath, which they also did not. So we win. That was surprisingly close. It usually is not that close. Maybe I could have gotten away with just casting this combo and ignoring the Wrath of God. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, sure. Counters, we play Solemnity, and then we say good game. Because I know for a fact they do not play any way to stop this. I originally made this deck to beat specifically Krenko, so. Sure, you make a boatload of goblins. Why not? We tutor for, quite honestly, anything. I guess I'll get, Binding? This stops Krenko from lagging the game with tokens? I don't know. Because I've seen them make like... No, I think it caps out. I think you can only make 100 goblins now. It used to be like 999 or something. No, I think it might have been uncapped. Infinite goblins. And it would lag the game. And one time it crashed. Or we disconnected it because they had too many goblins. Actually, you know what? This doesn't even work because they have Skirk Prospector. Oh, they didn't do it! They could have sacrificed it to the Prospector and then would have been able to cast the other one and could have potentially still lagged it out so we came to a draw, which is really annoying. This deck is really weird. It's just really weird. This deck is weird. I know their list, so I'm not gonna go for Necromantia. I'm just gonna skip ahead and close this game out. Opponent will probably just scoop to this. No, they don't. Alright. Maybe they have... No, they don't have Bone Crusher Giant though, so... Okay, you make a bunch of goblins. Oh, it doesn't stop at 100. I'm not sure what it stops at then. I saw it stop at something. Yeah, we just scry. Oh, that's good. Right? Yeah, because it lets us get approach tickets on nice and quickly. And the game isn't lagging yet with all the goblin tokens. 250 goblin tokens, oh my god. Opponents was probably having fun, seeing how much damage they could like do in a vacuum. Which is apparently over 500 damage in a single turn. 252 ones. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm very surprised it's working this well in best of 3 so far. I would have expected more sideboard tech to deal with this from the aggressive strategies, which have been your main cause of not losing the game. But surprisingly, I have not seen it. So, opponent is fully aware of what this Masterminds acquisition is going to get, as they have already seen the front half of it. Well, I guess the glare. Oh, dude, I'm mad dark. Shoot, I'm dumb. I forgot to turn the light on. Hopefully that helps. Still kind of dark, but. Well, if our opponent had a quest that was pertinent to attacking with X creatures, they certainly completed it. Oh, I'm almost out of silver. Wow. All right, opponent. We can move on to the next phase here. That's the downside of our opponent having something that holds priority, like the Scourge Prospector. Oh, it might just be lag too, because the game actually does lag when there's too many permanents, and the tokens are a huge problem. I actually let it resolve, so that's nice. Against Muxus, I don't like naming Muxus with Necromentia because you still lose to the rest of the deck. Cage, kind of similar. You can run it to stop Muxus from just killing you, but you still, again, lose to the majority of what the deck could do other than Muxus, which is every other card ever. Krenko was really the only big issue, or Muxus finding a haste goblin in the same pile, or in the top 6 that just smacks you in the face and you lose through your 9 lives. Other than that, just another matchup where your sideboard isn't super relevant, so I will pass the thing. Maybe Relic is better than Necromentia, so I can just cycle 1 extra card. Don't know. Probably was. Necromentia still has some corner cases, I suppose. Just another 1-land hand. I don't like this. Man, this Necromentia does not want to leave me alone. I don't need 4 mana, so we can just get rid of a land. And we hope they don't have a turn land spell effect if they do not. Don't do a land. We immediately found the combo, which is really nice. Hopefully this isn't a real... Nope, it's not. So let's see if they have Muxus in hand. They probably do. They do not. Matron is probably the card we're taking, so they can't tutor up something dirty. Opponent has an upkeep stop. I don't know what that's about. They knew this was a land, and they don't draw 2, so if it was a Krenko they were trying to tap on their upkeep, they were fully aware of the mountain. Kind of weird. You might as well cast this off the top. Pretty much free. It's not like they're doing anything else anyways. Second Willy Goblin's not super relevant. Can they find Krenko, tap, cast this? No, that's not enough to get through 9 lives. So I think we just won. I think this is a very fast win too, which is nice. Alright, yeah, there's no Krenko on top. So we just cast Solemnity next turn and win the game. This is like the average game against aggressive decks, especially mono red. You just don't care what your opponent does at all. Yep. And this game. Don't think they have a way out of this. Oh, I can Necromentia Krenko. This only kills artifacts, not enchantments, thank God. Looks like our opponent's reading it right now. They're going to be really upset in a couple seconds here. Yeah, they moused over Trash Master, and then they moused over my enchantments, and they're like, oh, there's only artifacts. I assume this is from the sideboard too, which is funny. Goblin, sure. Oh no, we can't Necromentia Krenko because they can cast it from the top. That's unfortunate. They don't have a Prospector though, so we can actually just like binding it, and they can't sacrifice in response. Because really, as annoying as my deck may be to them, it does suck that they can crash the game with too many Goblin tokens and it like lags. And then it's like a draw, which is just really, really silly. Oh no, they can't. They don't have Prospectors. They cannot cast Krenko. Okay, so we can just name Krenko then. We can name Krenko, and they also won't get any Goblins on their upkeep because it's not on the top of their deck anymore. Where's Krenko? There you are. Alright, so Krenko, They have 4 Krenkos? Wow. We somehow never saw a Muxus out of their deck. 1, 2... No, they have 4 Muxus. Never saw one. That's actually kind of crazy. But going through their whole deck, we now know there is absolutely no card in their deck that is a threat to us. And we can draw go for 46 turns and win because we're ahead in cards, or we can just find the win there. Interesting. Oh, I might. Oh wow, we hit gold. Oh my god, hit gold immediately. That's crazy. Oh, I guess it's not crazy. Because we just did it so swiftly. Alright, that's cool. I'll take it. I'll play one more game. Very well. Very well. These games are kind of long. Oh, someone at the end of gold tier. Okay. I could climb to Mythic to this deck, probably. Jangatha. Alright, so it's another matchup where it's highly aggressive. So I guess I'll just keep the triple thought season. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. Oh, wow. Alright. Well, I'll take the oven so it turns off the cat thing. Cat can get through the combo because it's losing life. Ooh, Thoughtseize. My Thoughtseize, sure. This can blow up a combo piece. Oh, no, this matchup's bad, isn't it? Oh, no, dude. I should have stopped last game. Last match. Should have called it quits then. I guess I'll Thoughtseize away that. And then I'll just play a white source, because I need a white source. I think 2 white sources is better than 2 black. It doesn't mean I can't cast any tutors, but it also means I can't cast like 9 lives and stuff. Trail of Crimson. You know, this I can see an argument for not playing the land at all, because if we draw a 4-mana card, we can't play it anyways. I'm not going to play this next turn. Yeah, alright. Kind of in the same boat as last time. I guess there's more white sources than black in the deck. I get a double white card. Let's just run that out. I can Gideon's Intervention, Bolus's Citadel, which is what I'm pretty sure I'm playing against. But I could be wrong. I can't say I'm scared of this. Oh, hey, we just found the combo. Good thing we did double white, too. We just immediately found it. Alright, they immediately scooped. Cool. So they are not the Tendrils of Agony, Bolus's Citadel Jund deck. They're like a sacrifice thing, I guess. Which makes the Graveyard Hate a little bit better. Take out Necromentia for Relic. I have too many sideboard Graveyard Hate cards, actually. Like, way too many, because I'm never able to squeeze them all in the deck. Didn't I just take that out? Okay, I guess I didn't. Maybe Ruined Halo can come out. There's not really... You can't name the cat, and... Yeah, let's just do that. No, I don't even want Relic. I mean, Cage. I think I just want Relics. Do I want Cage? Is Cage, like, just as good? No, I think Relic is just better. Unless I'm expecting Bolus's Citadel. I guess with that in mind, I should just do 1 Cage. It's not like it's that big of a difference. Just the inability to cycle it kind of sucks, but I don't know. I think it's just fine that way. I definitely got to work on the sideboard. I'm working with like a 7-card sideboard effectively. We have the combo, and they scooped to it last turn, but they have discard spells. But we can't really play around those, so I'm going to keep this. We're not mana screwed this game, so we just play everything we draw off the top. Is my opponent playing like a full foil deck thing? That's pretty cool, I guess. We almost are, I think. Familiar, Devil. Okay, I don't care about the Familiar. The Devil's annoying, and Binding is really slow. Binding also, why did they even scoop? If they had Bindings in their deck, they could have just blown this up. Maybe there's only 1 copy? That would be kind of weird, but I guess not impossible. I actually take the tutor here. I do not take Solemnity. 100 degrees. They aggressively run out the Familiar. I guess I'll just play this. It doesn't matter. They pick up their companion, which is surprisingly annoying. Here I think I'm gonna run out the combo piece they know about. Casting this, I don't know. Are we even casting this? Oh right, they have the answer to the select. Oh, they don't. Oh, I forgot. You can't put counters on the binding because of Solemnity. You can't put put Saga counters because Solemnity stops Saga counters from being applied to your permanents because they're permanents, counters or whatever. Counters can't be applied to stuff. Oh, that's so dirty. Oh my god. Oh, that's so messed up. Oh, that's so bad. All right, so within those 2 hours, we've pretty much seen the entire spectrum of what this deck can do, which I wasn't expecting to happen so quick. I have to work in the lighting on my camera. I'm a pleb streamer. I'll have to change that, but yeah, that was actually really interesting. We saw everything the deck could do, and I basically made the sideboard in 5 minutes. Definitely needs work. I'm not familiar at all with what I would be expecting in higher rank. Probably something similar, which means the 9-life Solemnity thing is extremely good, as there is not a lot of control, and we have hedges against Mill with the Gaia's Blessings. They could very well just solo that matchup because there's not a lot of graveyard hate. I wouldn't run my own. Yeah, there was a lot of tight matches. A lot of matches I ended at 1 life. Especially that first one. I don't know. That was actually kind of crazy. Everything that happened throughout the course of playing there. But I'm going to call it for the day. I am hungry, and I would like to work more on the sideboard of this deck. So thanks for sticking around if you made it this long, and I will see you next time. Peace. How do I stop my stream?